Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Will everyone please take your seats? May I have your attention for a second before we get going? Can I please ask before we begin to keep a lid on your personal photography during the ceremony so that the official photographers can move up and down the aisles freely. They've been tasked to take lovely snaps of the couples, not you, and certainly not at the back of your heads. And they will certainly do a better job. Further to this, the bridal party prefer to see your faces as they transcend down the aisle, not the backs of your mobile phones, and certainly not your iPads, heaven forbid. And with that, may I ask you to stand for the bride. Kaloraslami, welcome. That is about as much Greek as I could learn before the wedding, so please forgive me if it wasn't pronounced correctly. Welcome to everyone, and thank you to each and every one of you for being here on this most special of days. We are gathered here on this memorable occasion, the wedding of James Stephen Peters and for Toula Krista Christakos. We would also like to thank guests who have travelled a long way to be here in sunny Melbourne today, including Toula's children, Alini and Nikos, and their 8 grandchildren who are here with us today. They would also like to thank Jim's sister Nikki for acting as an interpreter for Toula today. By your presence, you celebrate with them the love they have rediscovered in each other, and you support their decision to commit themselves to a new and caring and loving relationship. Marriage is a bond to be entered into only after considerable thought and reflection. By making this commitment today, Jim and Toula's relationship will become stronger, better and deeper. Today, Jim and Toula demonstrate their devotion to each other by dedicating themselves to a life together, and they show their respect for each other. Today is a celebration of the love, care and kindness shared between these two wonderful people. Before I go on, I must mention that as a child I was infatuated with Greek mythology. Little did I realise I would get to meet a Greek goddess today at the wedding ceremony. Toula, you look beautiful. Absolutely stunning, I'm sure you'll all agree. My name is Samuel Wallace, and it's a pleasure to oversee this ceremony today. I'm duly authorised by law.
He is duly authorised by law.
To solemnise marriages according to law.
To solemnise marriages according to law.
Before you are joined in marriage.
Before you are joined in marriage.
In my presence.
In his presence.
And in the presence of these witnesses.
And in the presence of these witnesses.
I am to remind you.
I am to remind you.
Of the solemn and binding nature.
Of the solemn and binding nature.
Of the relationship into which.
Of the relationship into which.
You are now about to enter.
You are now about to enter.
Marriage.
Marriage.
According to law in Australia.
According to law in Australia.
Is the union of 2 people.
Is the union of 2 people.
To the exclusion of all others.
To the exclusion of all others.
Voluntarily entered into for life.
Voluntarily entered into for life.
Thank you. I presided over a few weddings in my time, but never have I encountered a story quite like the story of Jim and Toula. What a remarkable story. In today's modern and global world, it seems like the days of marrying your high school sweetheart are truly past. Not for Jim and Toula. Growing up in Greece in the 1970s, Jim and Toula met at high school and fell madly in love. Unfortunately for Jim and Toula, Jim's family migrated to Australia and they lost contact and continued their lives without each other. However, the modern world also threw them a lifeline. The miracle of Facebook. Jim and Toula managed to navigate the millions of people on Facebook to find each other again and renew their courtship. What an amazing story. Today, Jim and Toula will declare their love for each other in front of those they love. Because despite all our differences, love is something we can all share. Deep, abiding affection, the magical and compelling shared impulse that makes us seek each other's company, is among the greatest gifts of human experience. Jim and Toula are extremely grateful that so many of you, their friends and family, have travelled such great distances to arrive here on this special day. On behalf of their family, Jim's son, Nicholas, would now like to share a reading. unknown by R.M. Jake.
Unknown by R.M. Jake.
Okay, now on to the important part. Jim and Toula, can I please ask you to hold hands? Okay. Jim, do you take Toula to be your wife?
I do.
Will you love her, comfort her, honour her and respect her?
I will.
Do you promise to share your life with her, and do you pledge that you will love and care for her?
I do.
With tenderness and affection through the varying experiences of your life?
I do.
And Toula, do you take Jim to be your husband?
Toula, do you take Jim to be your husband? Yeah.
Will you love him, comfort him,
Will you love him, comfort him,
honour him
and respect him? Yeah.
Do you promise to share your life with him?
Do you promise to share your life with him?
And do you pledge that you will love
And do you pledge that you will love him
and care for him
and care for him
with tenderness and affection
with tenderness and affection
through the varying experiences of your life?
through the varying experiences of your life? I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jim, repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
James Stephen Peters,
Stephen Peters,
take thee
take thee,
for Toula Christakos
for Toula Christakos,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
And Toula, repeat after me. I call upon the persons
I call upon the persons
here present to witness.
here.
Oh, sorry.
I call upon the persons here present to witness
That I,
That I,
for Toula Christakos,
Toula Christakos,
Toula Christakos,
take thee,
take thee,
take thee,
James Stephen Peters,
James Stephen Peters,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded
to
husband.
be my lawful wedded husband.
Jim and Toula, bound by the vows you promised each other, you continue your journey together. Your hands thus joined form an infinite circle symbolising that which has no beginning and no end, as is the love that you share. Jim and Toula would now like to invite Toula's son, Nikos, to come forward with the rings, please. Jim, as you place this ring on Toula's finger, please repeat after me. I give this ring
I give this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
And Toula, as you place this ring on Jim's finger,
As you place the ring on Jim's finger,
please repeat after me.
please repeat after me.
I give this ring
I give this ring
I give this ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim and Toula have declared before you all, their family and friends and loved ones, that they will live together in marriage. They've symbolised this with the joining of hands, sharing of vows and exchanging of rings. It is with great pleasure and an absolute privilege of mine to declare Jim and Toula husband and wife. Jim, you may now kiss the bride. Jim and Toula invite their good friends John Harvey Jamison and Nikita Yolanda Constantine to be witnesses in the signing of the marriage certificate. We ask for your patience as we complete this most important of tasks. Right, here. So Nikki, you're just going to have to just confirm with them what they're signing. So Jim, you're going to sign there. Oh, sorry, there.
Okay.
Sorry, sign there.
Come and be Sam
And I can't force her to sign. And then
But yeah, Nick, yeah,
and then
good translate.
and then the final one, Jim, you can sign. There, and Tor, you can sign there. Okay, thank you. And then the witnesses, John and Nikita. Nikita, you can sign there, and John, Here's the sign there. Thank you. And then yep, and then the final one is just here, so one of you can sign there, which is, and then the other one is down the bottom there. Awesome, thank you. And you step in and sign here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your patience. To symbolise and celebrate the blending of your two lives into one, I invite Jim and Toula to perform a wine ceremony. Okay. You grab one of the wraps each and pour it into the...
Oh, sorry.
Okay, and then
It's waiting.
you can pour Toula a glass. And Toula, can you pour... and then you're going to grab a glass each and come and stand back up the front. Jim, you now may toast Toula to our lives together.
To our lives together.
And Toula, you may now toast Jim to our lives together.
Toula, you may now toast Jim to our lives together.
Our lives together.
Alright, cheers. Have a drink. Okay, and you can return your glasses back over there. This ceremony represents your two individual lives, combined like these two wines into a single life. The drinking of the combined wine signifies the commitment you now make to your life and live as one family. You may remember this day of the commitment you have sealed with drinking the new wine and joining your lives as one. Jim and Toula would like to remind you that reception will take place at the park in Melbourne from 3 p.m. If you would like to hang around after the ceremony, Jim and Toula would love for you to be part of the photos. Jim and Toula, no one but you can declare yourselves married. You have begun it here today, speaking your vows before your family and friends, and you will do it again in the days and years to come, standing by each other, sharing all that is sweet and bitter in life. Each tender act, each loving word will be the declaration of what is made here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present to you for the very first time as husband and wife, Jim and Toula Peters. And we just need to keep filming for you signing the... So your stat debt is that you've faithfully translated from Greek to English and from English to Greek today. So if you could just sign there, please, Nikki, sorry. Thank you. And awesome. Thank you.